Y'all, UFOs are everywhere, and today we're going to check out some insane sightings, including a strange craft floating around in Mexico and a flying saucer seen just drifting across the sky. Absolutely bananas. I'm even adding some clips from the Fukushima event that you may not have seen before, and that's one of the most insane UFO sightings in history. Let's start with Think Tank's post of the lady who captured a UFO in Mexico. She sees this thing drifting across the sky during a storm and took out her phone to start recording. Check it out and let me know in the comments what you think this is. That thing was zipping along. Even in the slowed down version, I felt like it was going pretty quickly. I'm not sure that it was exactly elongated as it seemed. It could have just been like a motion blur as it was passing by the camera. Still very strange. Next, a debated UFO sighting from Mexico. This one is very strange and honestly looks very intricate. However, some are saying it's just a balloon. Others are saying it's actually several balloons together, while others believe it's either extraterrestrial or interdimensional. My question to you is, what do you think it is? Check it out. That thing looks wild to me. It definitely looks anomalous. Now, I'm not going to say it's not a balloon. It could be. If it were, I think it's more likely a prop for something as opposed to like a balloon every regular person would buy because what the hell were those shapes? Like, it looks it looks wild. Next, we have a compilation put together by Jaime Maussan showcasing USOs, unidentified submerged objects, which, yes, are much more rare than the flying objects that we're used to, but they are something that we do look into, and even the government has documented and acknowledged as real. So these USOs sometimes become UFOs, sometimes they just stay in the water. Either way, it's kind of eerie. Smash like and check this out.
8 de agosto de 2024. En un lago en Manitoba, Canadá, un grupo de turistas lograron registrar desde una zona alta la presencia de un objeto luminoso, el cual se encontraba sumergido a pocos metros de profundidad en las aguas de este sitio. A la persona que realizó la grabación le costó trabajo lograr un enfoque adecuado de la toma. Sin embargo, se aprecia la estructura sumergida de un objeto, y ésta se encuentra iluminada en todo momento. Al contrastar las imágenes y realizar un acercamiento, podemos apreciar con mayor claridad que se trata efectivamente de algo que está por debajo del agua. No se trata de una embarcación o algo que pudiera confundirnos. ¿Qué estaba haciendo en este sitio? En los más recientes meses, se han incrementado este tipo de evidencias, en las cuales se han registrado objetos submarinos desconocidos. El más impactante ocurrió durante la noche del martes, 20 de junio del 2023. Un grupo de amigos que navegaba frente a las costas de la ciudad de Aguadilla en Puerto Rico, sostuvieron un encuentro cercano con un extraño y misterioso OVNI. Un objeto submarino no identificado, que se desplazaba muy cerca de su posición. Los testigos, quienes se identifican en redes sociales como Carresan Ibarrondo y Rubén Colón Roman, durante varios minutos, registraron como un objeto que emanaba un fuerte brillo de color azul, Se movía a una corta distancia de la superficie del océano. Intrigados por la extraña presencia del OVNI, decidieron acercarse hasta llegar a posicionarse por arriba del objeto que emanaba esta luz. Sin embargo, este encuentro les tenía deparada una sorpresa más, ya que lograron observar claramente algo que parecía una silueta humanoide, que parecía estar nadando o posiblemente caminando sobre la superficie del objeto. No podemos determinarlo. El 25 de mayo del 2024, trabajadores de una plataforma petrolera de la empresa Petrobras, ubicada en la cuenca de Campos, en Río de Janeiro, en Brasil, fueron testigos de la presencia de una luz de dimensiones considerables, la cual se encontraba a pocos metros de profundidad. Un objeto submarino desconocido se encontraba cerca. Se aprecia con gran claridad la zona donde el objeto está emitiendo esta luz de color blanco intenso, la cual se puede observar incluso desde la plataforma, que se encuentra a metros de distancia.
I don't know, it freaks me out. There's something about the depths of the water that make it even more eerie for me. I mean, think about how we even stopped researching. Well, we didn't, I guess, really stop, but we stopped focusing on the depths of the water, even though we still don't know exactly what's going on down there, and started focusing more on space because that was easier and less scary, because there are creatures for sure down there. We maybe there's aliens. No, there are for sure monsters at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, I don't know, the whole thing. I would freak out if I just saw a light emitting. Like, let's say I was on a boat or on a cruise. No, no, Next, we have a very interesting UFO sighting from Jonathan Simas. I am intrigued by this sighting because the UFO, alleged UFO, is actually leaving a contrail. Now, he even says that some people might think is batshit crazy because you'll see this, you might think it's like a plane or a jet, but he says he's obviously watching for this, sees it all the time through his phone, and even with his eyes, you can see the wings of a plane or a jet. This thing does look weird. He even paused and like cropped in on the video so you can get a good look at the object, and it is wingless, and it is strange, and I don't know what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments about this.
Hi. Just for proximity. It's weird. doesn't look anything like a plane from here. It's different. It's like very, very different.
Next, we have one of the most interesting UFO sightings ever caught on camera. It is the UFOs at the Fukushima disaster. It is said that before the earthquake and tsunami hit Fukushima that caused the explosion of the nuclear power plant, UFOs were seen in the area, in the sky, as if maybe they knew what was to come, or maybe they were there to help, and they were seen sometime after as well. These are just some of the clips from that event. It is fascinating. It is sad because the disaster happened, but just fascinating to see these unidentified aerial phenomenon, unidentified flying objects, orbs floating around. Like, what are they doing? Were they recording history? Were they trying to help us? Is it just observation? It raises so many questions, especially when it comes to something so major like that. I want to hear you guys in the comments. What are your thoughts on this?
Nuclear officials there are warning of a possible nuclear reactor meltdown.
We keep hearing that the coolant system is not working.
A China syndrome meltdown and radiation leaks.
The clock is ticking. Every minute that passes, we come closer to the time when it...
The UFOs came after the explosion. There were so many of them. I was shocked. This likely applies to the sightings from March 2011.
One day, a group of us came here, looked up and saw these balls of light out over the ocean. They were these bluish-whitish balls of light, off in the distance. There were so many of them, and they were all lined up in a row. It was beautiful.
Again, I'm just shocked. And then the sheer numbers, and then the fact that it didn't seem like they were afraid to be seen. Normally, they're like hard to see or cloaking, or we have trouble even spotting them or capturing them on camera. This seemed like the event was such a emergency or important even to them that they're like, screw it. Here we are. And it's fascinating to me. I don't know. I'm still, ever since I learned about it, I'm just so shocked by that. Next, of course, we have Wixie the UFO blog posting yet another incredible UFO clip. This time showcasing a flying saucer just hovering, flying around the sky in Egypt, like traveling like it's nobody's business. And it seems to be made of pure light. Very interesting. Smash like and check this out. Homeboy was really just cruising, like they were sightseeing. That I find that sighting so interesting. A lot of these were fun, but again, just the one that really blows my mind is the one from the Fukushima disaster. I'm still shocked. The whole event happening and it just raises so many questions as to what is the purpose of these UFO UAP, and then if they're each then different, right, from each other, maybe even different species or different beings. Do they all have a common goal? Or are they even against each other? Like, I can't think. My mind is blown. Guys, make sure you check out those UFO videos, paranormal videos right there if you want to get scared. Fun videos where we read some Reddit. Check out all the videos.